The Tour of Catalunya had a tough opening day, and the second day was to prove to be equally as feistily fought for. GC men just hoping to preserve themselves before the high ground, and the fast men getting a chance on what was described as the easiest day of a very difficult Volta Catalunya. Stage 2 then, 167.5 kilometres, destination Banyoles, climbing out of the back door, 3 intermediate sprints along the way, and then a long downhill run to a technical finale. This was going to be exciting again. Well, we had a breakaway, tempted of course by the points. Naturally enough, Baptiste Weistrofer, the King of the Mountains man, adding to his tally and also picking up intermediate sprint points and bonuses along the way. He joined by Liam Schlock. Ariola came for the ride as well for Corrió, Euskaltel with Fernandez, and Equipo Kern Farmer with Diego Uriarte. The chase had been posted by Ethan Vernon, NSN Cycling. He favourite for the day. Noah Hobbs with hopes as well, so EF were manning the pumps likewise. Ulig for Alpecin, Premier Tech would be in the frame. Dainese had hopes as well for Zudo Quickstep. Our breakaway, well, it did start to fracture as you have seen. Corrió, Ariola and Fernandez backed out, leaving Uriarte to face 2 teammates. The gap down to just over a minute with 26 kilometres to go, but the terrain, well, it tipped down for much of the remainder of this day, all the way to a technical finale. That meant very sinuous descents, and the breakaway had a chance to stay out there. It also led to a certain sense of urgency in the pack, and as our breakaway detonated once again with Weistrofer and Schlock up front as teammates, leaving Uriarte in their wake, it was a wake-up call to everybody that a busy road is very much not a safe road, especially on high-speed descents. Uriarte wound in, and then on some of the sinuous approaches to our finish line, unfortunately there were some bumps and bruises out there. Sadly, Henry Ulig, one of those, out of the race. I can tell you there were several other moments as well on the descent, and it meant the peloton was split, so they had to reassemble themselves, leaving a lot of fast men out of position for the finale. And what a finale it turned out to be. Last man standing in the break was to be Liam Schlock after Weistrofer was wound in himself, and he wasn't about to be caught until inside the last kilometre. This could be a very cruel game indeed. Big turns at 2.8, 2.7, the Flamme Rouge at 500. Weistrofer wouldn't be there, but a great day for him with mountains points and indeed intermediate points to his gain. And so it was that Schlock was finally caught at the Flamme Rouge, and it was a big tee-up, another drag race as well after a chicane brought us to that first view of our finish line. Out front, shouldn't have been there, was Anton Scharmik. He was supposed to look after Magnus Cort, but Cort had made his way back into the pack after being caught out by the crash, and he was in the frame. That meant that Ivo Oliveira launched early. He went for it. Cort kept his powder dry and bowed his time for the finale and got his timing absolutely perfectly well. Brilliant work by him. Noah Isidore tried to get up to him. Busato was also there. Ultimately at the line, the hand that was raised was the Great Dane. Super work, what a drive. You have to get your timing absolutely right, and you have to be at the right place at the right time. And that man was Magnus Cort. Another drag race home. Super work by him, and in fact everybody else involved. Decathlons, Noah Isidore, Alpecin Prematech with Francesco Busato. Dori Godon in 4th ahead of Alberto Dainese. Godon then staying in the leader's jersey. Magnus Cort taking it absolutely superbly. Further down the order, Silva, Hobbs, Oliveira, Arts and Dada. So the green ribbons remain on the back of Dorian Godon. Carries those into stage 3, which is no easy task. Villa Seca will be our destination. It's the same time as Magnus Cort, but on positional countback, he still leads. And so what lies ahead? This, oh my goodness, Calorie 1 test right out of the back door. It says breakaway all over it. Destination Villa Seca. It's going to be another fabulous day, of course, on the Volta Ciclista Catalunya. We'll see you then.